can see my face on a big screen now. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you so much. And how's your day going on so far?
That's great. It's been busy. Definitely been keeping busy, but it's been good. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for accepting and thanks for giving us this incredible opportunity. I admire you so much. You're so talented. You're so inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It means a lot to hear that.
And your 2026, how has been until now?
I've been super blessed with being super busy. I mean, I've had a really steady stream of auditions, which has been great because I feel like the past year has been really slow. So it's picking up, which is really nice because it's what I love to do. I had my first figure skating competition last weekend, so that went really well. I'm very proud of how that turned out. Yeah, just a lot of ups right now.
And related to what is coming, is there something you're like already expecting for this 2026? Or you're just gonna go with the flow?
You know, a little bit of both. I have a short film that I just finished filming in Los Angeles, and I have another movie that I'm headed out to film on the East Coast soon, but I can't say much about that, but that's definitely in the works. And for the most part, I have another film actually with Chevy Chase. It's a Christmas horror film, and that's coming out later this year, so keep an eye out for that. I have plenty coming out, and but I'm also just going with the flow. I'm seeing where God takes me.
Wonderful, because I was about to say all of that, your amazing projects, and the ice skating, it is totally insane. How did that started in your life? Because I found that talent so unique. It is like so beautiful to do that, to perform that. It's like art.
Yes, absolutely. I think ice skating is such a beautiful sport. So the reason I started was because I did horseback riding for a few years and I injured my tailbone on like one of the last few months. And so I was struggling with being like, well, I can't just not do a sport because I'm very athletic. I've been athletic my whole life. I've always been in a sport. And I wanted to do something I hadn't tried before. And I mean, I go ice skating every Christmas time. So 2 years ago, actually, this month, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ice skating and try it. And I love dancing. So let's try dance on the ice. And I did it and I fell in love with it. So I'm going to try to go to nationals this year. I have many plans for that.
Wow, it is totally insane. And related to ice skating, what do you consider like the easiest and the hardest?
Oh, I think the easiest is finding the fun in it. I mean, it's such a beautiful sport. It's super graceful and it's just super fun and making friends. I've made my 2 best friends there. So definitely creating a community that I just feel so loved and a part of. I think the hardest part is on really tough days when I'm struggling either mentally or physically exhaustion. I think trying to pull through and trying to still jump or still spin or still work on technique, I think that's really difficult, but I always find a way to push through.
And is there something new eventually you would love to learn related to ice skating?
Oh, so many things. I want to start working on my double jump soon, so that's exciting. There's this really pretty spin. It's called an eye spin. It's where you're holding your leg up like in front of you and it's like touching your face and it's all the way. And it's like a kick basically, but you're holding it and you're spinning super fast. I would love to learn that, but I'm getting there.
It is so amazing, and also your acting life, it is totally insane. I want to know also how did all started related to acting?
Yeah, so I started because of my siblings. I mean, they did acting when they were younger, and so I was always in that community and environment of performing and acting and commercials and print jobs and whatever it was. I was always already in that environment, so it felt like I was just stepping into it. Like it didn't feel as much of a new thing to me. But when I was 7 years old, I had the confidence and I told my mom, I'm like, I want to do this too. Like, this is great. I love seeing my siblings perform on stage. I mean, on camera, and I would just love to do that as well. So I started taking a theater class and a lot of acting classes. And then I booked my first short film and I booked a series. And I was like, this is definitely something I'm going to stick with. And for the long run, I just feel so connected to it.
Wonderful. And the same question, but related to acting. Until now, which aspects would you say is like kind of the easiest and the hardest based in your personal experience so far?
I think the easiest part of acting has been memorization. I feel very lucky that memorizing lines and cues and blocking on set and off set has been just super easy for me. It's come very naturally. And that has definitely helped me because I feel like a lot of actresses and actors do question, and they question me and they're like, but how are you so good at memorizing? Or like, what are your techniques? And honestly, for me, I read the script 5 times and I'm done. Like, it's memorized, you know? So connecting with the character on a deeper level as well, that's probably the easiest part for me. I think the hardest part is separating myself and my character when I'm done with an audition. So what I mean by that is that when I get in this really emotional character or really emotional role, making sure that there's enough balance between myself as KYLEE and myself as the character. Like, I don't like to mix the two because that can either like cause some like a mental or emotional just like kind of fights with each other. And so that's not like the healthiest, and just being able to balance those two has definitely been the hardest. But throughout the last 10 years of acting, I feel like I've kind of mastered that. So the emotional balancing of it all, giving enough but not losing myself in the character as well.
And if you have to choose acting, ice skating.
Oh gosh. I think acting will always come first for me. However, I would love to do like a movie or a TV series that's a figure skating series. So I would love to combine both my passion and my work. But I would choose acting.
Kind of Ice Princess, something like that, isn't it? With Disney.
Yeah.
Like...
That's the dream. That's the dream.
You will see that it will happen in the short term. Wonderful.
Yeah, we'll pray about it.
And related to watching yourself, in which part of the process are you? Do you have like kind of cringe or not so much? Both ice skating and acting.
Yeah, acting, and I feel like this goes for ice skating too. I don't cringe at myself like the way people expect. Like, I don't cringe watching myself and how I did it. I cringe at the technical parts of it. So I get really nitty gritty when I watch myself back, whether that's on the big screen or just a self tape, because I pay attention to my delivery, how I said the lines, how I reacted to the other people's lines. And I'm more interested on that rather than, oh, why did I make that facial expression? Or, that's just weird to watch. So I'm definitely more, interested in finding the things that I can grow from and finding the things that I can learn from as an actress and a figure skater, just like an athlete watching game footage back. That's like the same for me. I watch it back to grow and learn. I don't watch it back to be like, that looks weird. Like, what kind of hairstyle was I wearing? Even though sometimes that does happen. But yeah, it's a little bit of both, but I definitely, it's more of like it's me on camera, and so I'm not cringing at oh, that's me. I'm cringing at like the technical aspects of it.
Oh, and how do you deal with like depression after a project comes to an end? What is like your method? You just like move on to other project. What do you usually do in order like not to suffer? Do you suffer like kind of depression, anxiety after a project comes to an end?
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't call it depression. I would call it emotional withdrawal, because you live in a character for weeks and sometimes months, and you're constantly in this character, and it could be completely different from who you are, or it could be very similar to who you are. But I mean, when that does finally come to an end and being like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to film tomorrow for this film, I get really attached really easily to specific songs for my character or specific set locations or specific clothing items. And so when the project does finally come to a close, I feel like it is very difficult for me to be like just completely done with it. So usually I'm not completely done with it. Usually I get together with the friends that I've made on that set or the directors or whatever, and I still meet up with them. I still get coffee. I still talk about the project. I brag about the project because I'm always super proud of how it comes out. But I think the beautiful thing is that the feeling of sadness always comes to an end, and it always makes room in my heart for the next project or the next booking or the next person that I get to become.
Wonderful to hear that. That is a really interesting, cool process. Wow, it is like so cool, your method. I love it so much.
Thank you so much.
And related to your daily like routine, how do you kind of deal with this situation of both personal and professional life? It is like kind of difficult to you, or in which part of the process are you like right now?
I think balancing everything is definitely super difficult, but it's also just a big blessing. And I'm learning how to navigate that through different aspects. I mean, I'm taking college and high school classes. I'm getting plenty of auditions. I'm doing acting classes. I'm hanging out with friends. I'm studying for my SAT. I'm practicing for nationals. Like, I'm doing so many things, and I've added so many things on my plate. And so just remembering to be the kind, humble, grounded person through it all is kind of helping me. And also, I like pray every day. So I give it all to God in the morning and give it all to him at the night. And so I just know that whatever happens, it happens for a reason and it's meant to happen. And just finding different ways to balance it all. I mean, not every day looks the same. Some days I spend 6 hours on school. Some days I spend 45 minutes on school. Some days I'm at the rink for 3 hours. Other days I'm at the rink for 1 hour. Like, it really, there is an equal balance, but it's not like the same schedule set every single day, because I do have to find days where I can just focus on one thing rather than the other. But it does all come like to fruition at the same time.
Wonderful. And related to all of your fantastic projects, is there one that is like kind of your favorite or like the most memorable for you? Because you have plenty. It is like so many milestones. It's hard to ask for a single one because there are so many.
I know, right? And also, you learn something different on each set. So I feel like that's another big part of it. I mean, I've learned so many things on each film that I've done, whether that's behind the scenes or it's from other actresses and actors or crew members. I think my favorite and most memorable, I would say, is A Christmas Mystery that came out in November last year. I filmed that in St. Joseph, Missouri, and I felt like getting to film it in this small town, which was perfect for this film, going to this new area, made me be able to really connect to my character, because it's her coming from this big city to this little town in the middle of nowhere, finding this community, trying to make friends, starting a YouTube channel. So it's this girl named Leia doing all these bunch of things and trying to uncover who she really is and find her identity and where she belongs in this world. And so I think that was the most memorable. I also just made a lot of friends and we became a really big family. So yeah, I had a great time on that set.
I love Christmas, my favorite season of the year.
Oh yeah.
And what can you tell us about your comedic thriller Catnip? You just mentioned about it. It is like with Chevy Chase, Bruce Dern, and Joel Lauren Adams. Wow. Mm-hmm. What can you tell us about it?
Yes. So Catnip, we filmed last February. So a year ago today. And that was super exciting. I'd never done a horror before. I'd also never done a comedy like that, like a comedy horror like that before. And so that was super interesting getting to play into that character. My character was this edgy mischief girl. And I feel like KYLEE LEVIEN is such a bubbly, like happy, like, you know, Disney girly. And so kind of finding that balance and getting to really differentiate myself into this new character and this new world and this new adaptation of this girl that has been abandoned and just lives on her own and has to fight for herself and is very independent. That was really, really cool and really powerful. And it also taught me a lot of life lessons as KYLEE LEVIEN. So that was really interesting. I mean, getting to work with Chevy Chase and Joey Lauren Adams and Bruce Dern, like that was super cool, because I feel like anytime I get to work with actors who have been in this industry for so long and I've learned so much, it's just a blessing, because you get their input and what they're like on set and like how you can learn from them and their techniques and what they do in each scene.
Wow, it is totally impressive. Congratulations for that one, because and all of it, because it is totally insane. And your Young Artist Award, isn't it?
Yes, Young Artist Award. I won 9 Best Actress for my film, for my character in Roswell Delirium.
Wow, and how did you feel? How did you feel that day? It is like, wow, major milestone.
Definitely. I mean, I think I am always proud of the projects I do and the characters that I get to bring to life. And so just getting to be recognized for those kind of accomplishments means a lot to me because it's just showcasing like my hard work and my effort and my time that went into that project in film. And so getting to see that and getting to be known and identified in such a large audience was really a big milestone for me because especially when I got my first art award, I just couldn't believe it because I was like, my work is finally getting known, like my effort and my desire in this industry and my love for acting, like other people are starting to connect with it. And so getting to kind of identify that was really interesting and really cool.
So cool, isn't it? And I wanted to know if there's like a specific project you would love to be part of eventually, like in the midterm, like a series, a film, in which genre?
Ooh, okay. I would love to do an action franchise. I think that's super cool. I love Tom Cruise, so getting to like work with him or a project like Top Gun or like even Fast and Furious, like those, that would be cool. Or Mission Impossible. I don't know. I'd love to do something that I haven't done yet. I mean, I always love finding characters that challenge me as an actress and as a person and find growth in that. But I don't know. Action seems like it's calling my name, so maybe there's hope for that in my future.
You will see that it will happen. Wonderful. And I forgot to ask, when it comes to your family and friends, how is the usual reaction? Did you show them your work? How is that like dynamic?
Yes, as soon as I get like the call that I booked something or an email that I booked something, the first thing I do is I do a FaceTime call with my family. So I call my family group chat and most of the time they always pick up. And I have 2 sisters and 1 brother and then my mom and dad and they're always on the call and I share my big news and they're usually screaming for me. Like they're super, super happy and super proud of me. And then, so they're the first people I tell, the very first people the next second I get the news. And then I have 2 really good ice skating friends and 2 really good acting friends, and the 4 of them are always the first to know about my projects other than my family. And I always invite my friends and family to my premiere any chance I get. So that's really cool. They're always very supportive of me, and I've just been very lucky to have that kind of community surrounded by me.
So much. It is nice. It's so nice to hear that. Wow. And more amazing things to come in the future, you will see. And can you identify one scene that cost you like the most to get it done and one that cost you like the least, in case you can?
Like expense wise or like emotional wise?
Emotional wise. Thank you.
That's a great question. I feel like any scene that I get to do that's very cheerful or very happy, I feel like those come the easiest to me. Like those require the least amount of work from me because I mean, that's just so natural to who I am as KYLEE. And anytime I get to film with like friends my age, that also comes very natural because I feel like you already have that chemistry offset as well. I think the more emotionally spent scene is more of my scenes that are crying or like I'm upset or I'm angry because I have to really dive into that emotional aspect and really dive into, the character and just who she is, who she's portraying, why she's upset, why she's angry. And I also don't like to mix that with like how I'm actually feeling because I love expressing my emotions through acting, but there's only so much vulnerability in it. And so any scene where I'm like having a really rough time or I'm breaking down, it makes me it's probably the hardest emotionally.
Wow, thank you so much for giving us this fantastic information for this first section, KYLEE. And now we're gonna have a cool Q&A. Would you like?
Yes, absolutely. Let's go.
Wonderful. The first thing, what is something most people don't know about you? In case you have one.
Yes. I think the biggest thing is that I feel like when you first meet me, you just get to see like this bubbly girl, happy girl. But a lot of the time, like when I'm meeting somebody and not in an acting sense, like whether I'm just at church or on the street, I'm like really shy. Like it's weird. Like I'm a completely different person. But when you really get to know me, I'm like really goofy and I'm funny when I don't even try. Another thing is, even though I have such a busy life and I'm doing so many things 24/7, I'm such a homebody. Like I just love chilling, like a good Netflix and chill, or just a relaxing day in the pool. Like I'm the most chill person. Another thing about me is at any fancy restaurant, or if I ever go with my family somewhere, my number one meal that I order is chicken fingers or chicken nuggets, because you can never go wrong with chicken nuggets.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
I know, right?
And I have another one. Have you ever Googled yourself?
Oh, absolutely. Duh. I mean, really though, who hasn't? But a lot of the time it's like, I'm just double checking. Like, I want to see what pictures come up. Like, what pictures are the first to pop up? And also, like, I want to make sure that I'm, like, not attached to any weird, crazy theory or rumor or something. Like, I'm just making sure I have a clean slate, you know? Oh, yeah, but I've Googled myself all the time.
Okay. And related to TV series and films, which kind of TV series or films is like kind of you rewatch? Do you have like one?
Absolutely. I think Outer Banks is like my top series that I rewatch all the time. There's a new TV show that just got picked up for a second season actually, and it's called Finding Her Edge, and it's an ice skating movie or an ice skating series on Netflix, and so that's really cool. I've been hooked on that. And also Victorious, like Disney movies or Disney series, definitely a rewatch all the time.
Wonderful, I love that as well, and I will have to take a peek on that Netflix. Okay, excellent. And when it comes to your spare time, what do you usually enjoy like the most? What do you do usually when you have free time, when you have, because your life is so like busy?
Yeah, you know, I'm a good book. I have a bookshelf in my room. I don't get to read that often, but you know, just reading it's a different form of acting for me, because I get to immerse myself in a character in a book, you know? And it's like I get to find out this new world and this new story, and I love reading. Like I just have such a calling for reading, or doing a Bible study. I love reading my Bible. Any chance I get to get closer to God is a good chance. So
wonderful to hear that. Excellent. And related to your memory, I forgot to ask, how did you do that? How do you have like such a good memory in order like to get a script done? I admire that so much, because I am so bad at it. I don't.
My family says the same thing. It's okay. Most people aren't. You know, it's completely normal. My mom says the same thing all the time. She has no idea how I memorize stuff so quickly. I wish I had a step-by-step rule that I could just, like a rule book I could give you, but I honestly don't know. Ever since I remember, I've been good at memorizing. I think it's just because I immediately click with something, or I immediately click to a character. And so just memorizing those lines, it kind of just feels natural. It's like stepping into something and it's already there, you know? I don't even try. Like, it's something that I've been very lucky with throughout my career, and I wish I knew how to do it, like, to tell other people.
As I previously said, I admire you so much for that talent. It is like, wow, so unique.
Thank you.
And now a little change. What is like your biggest pet peeve, in case you have?
I definitely have some pet peeves. I have two big ones. My first one is slow walkers, and my second one is when other people don't value your time. Slow walkers. Okay, be so honest. Like, I get it. Sometimes you just want to take a look at the world. You just want to admire your view. But at the same time, half the time I'm going to rush, or I need to get somewhere. And I'm just like, y'all move. Like, let's go. So slow walkers is a big one, but also like not valuing other people's time. Like when somebody is constantly late or constantly cancels, like I feel like that's just a form of respect. And so that really annoys me as well.
And when someone does that to you, what is like the usual reaction? Because I can see you're such a happy person. How do you react when when that happens?
Yeah, I think the number one thing I do is I literally just pray. I'm like, I know that this is just showing me something or it's showing me their character, whatever it may be. I really, really pray for patience though. Like, when a slow walker or somebody doesn't value my time, I just have to take a moment to center myself and take a deep breath because I just have to find the reason that I'm doing everything, like why I'm doing it, which is all to glorify God. And I just have to take a deep breath. I have to center myself. I have to remember why I'm here, why I'm in a rush, or why I respect people. And I just let it go. Like, I'm such a forgiving person. Like, if you do something and you are either do something continuously or make a habit of it that disrespects me, I will keep my boundaries held high, but at the same time, I'm very forgiving and I'm a very open person. So people can always talk to me and my DMs are always open or my text messages, you're never blocked. I'll always be there. And so just giving back good with bad, if somebody treats me bad, I just treat them good. I don't know. That's just how I was raised. I was raised in a Christian household that always was if you get treated bad, you treat them good. You don't lower to their standards, So just acting in that way, definitely.
Love it so much. I love your excellent. I'm that kind of person as well.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Yes.
to know that because I admire you so much. Excellent. And so now, on the other hand, what makes you laugh the most? Is there something like maybe TikTok, your family, your friends?
A lot of the time when I open TikTok, the funniest video will just pop up. I don't know if you've seen those videos of TK baseball kids just hitting the ball in the wrong direction or running to the opposite side of the field. Those funny videos with those voiceovers get me every single time, and I'm just dying laughing on my phone, and I'll be in an area and people will be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm just over here dying of laughter. That's really key for me. Another thing I laugh about is my friends that I'm on call with all the time, they will make the most stupid or joke, or they'll have a serious face and say something completely out of the blue, and I'll just crack up laughing. I can always count on my friends to make me laugh.
And within all of the day, how much time are you in socials? Not so much, isn't it? I can truly feel that you're not such into socials, like Instagram, TikTok.
Yes, I try to steady myself with that. I try not to get too into that because I know if I do, I'll just scroll for hours and then I'll just go down a rabbit hole. So I try to limit myself to 1 hour max a day on Instagram or TikTok because most of the time unless it's a content day, unless I'm just filming content for social media, then I'll be on my phone quite a bit. But a lot of the time I'm just on my phone to post a draft or to post a story or something, and then I get off it right away. I'm never just scrolling anymore, which is really healthy for me because I feel it allows me to do so many other things throughout my day.
Wonderful to hear that as well. Excellent, wonderful. And on the other hand, we have to go back to the bad ones. Your biggest fear, what would you say is your biggest fear right now or always?
Ooh, that's a really good question. My biggest fear. Ooh. My biggest fear is, this is so random, but being alone in a dark place. I don't know. I'm a very independent person. However, when I'm in a garage and it's dark and there's no lights and I'm by myself, I always feel like somebody's watching me, or I feel like somebody is just there, lurking. And so I will just start randomly talking to myself, to make it seem like I'm either talking to somebody or on the phone. And it's the most random thing, but honestly, I feel a lot safer doing that. So being alone in the dark is probably my biggest fear.
Okay, excellent. Now that I hear that, I'm got chills. Okay. Okay, wonderful. And I have a couple more. In the first instance, your favorite place in the US? Do you have one specific? Inside and outside the US?
Okay. Hawaii inside the US because I mean, I love Hawaii. I love going there just for fun. I just love traveling in general. So really anywhere that's not my home state. And outside, I really want to go to Bora Bora. Like, I just feel like that'd be so fun. It's so beautiful. I do know that you have to take a seaplane to get there though. So that is like giving me the doubts. However, I will push through because it seems so fun and it just seems very beautiful there. So, or anywhere in the mountains. Like, I don't know, I love snow. So anywhere I get to go skiing or I just get to make a snow angel, really anywhere. I love traveling.
Well, and any time of the year, or for example, for the snow during winter, or it depends?
It really just depends on where I'm going. If I'm going to Hawaii, I'm going in midsummer when it's like 100 degrees. If I'm going to Colorado, I'm going midwinter when it's like 0 degrees.
Okay, and two more. Your favorite musician. How often do you listen to music? Do you listen to music often or not so much?
Oh, I always have music going. I am listening to music 24/7. My time last year for my Spotify Wrapped was 22,000 hours, which is kind of crazy, but that just proves I'm always listening to music. My favorite music right now is worship music, so Christian music, but I also love like some country songs. Like, I'm a big country girl as well. I don't know if I have a favorite album or artist, but I will say it depends on what mood. So if I'm ready to listen to like country, my go-to is Megan Maroney or Morgan Wallen. If I'm ready for worship, I'm going to Elevation Worship or Lauren Daigle. So I get the even balance.
And movie, do you have a favorite film like right now? Or it depends?
You know, I don't know if you know like all the Cinderella stories. Like, there's a Cinderella story and then there's like 5 different other Cinderella stories that are just like, if like the music one or like the one with Sophia Carson or Camila Mendez or Hilary Duff, like all of those are like my ride or dies. Those have a chokehold on me because I just love those. I don't know. I love romance movies. So anytime I get to see like somebody fall in love and then they live happily ever after is fun. Although I will say a movie that I really love, but it always makes me cry is A Walk to Remember because the ending is really sad, but it's a beautiful love story.
What a fantastic choice. Wow, it is totally insane. I love that films as well. It is like the first time a guest tells me about that films. Wow, wonderful.
Yes.
And do you have like a quote, like a caption in a specific, like is your favorite right now or always? In case you haven't. If not, it is okay.
I live by so many like quotes, and I think the biggest one that I always just tell people is like, life always happens for a reason, so don't think anything is a coincidence. But I mean, if we're relating it to acting, I have to say like acting is about truth. It's not about perfection. So no one take or one character is perfect, or like no one person is perfect for the role, but because it's about the truth. It's not about being perfect, you know? And so I think a lot of people too need to hear that. Like, your life, it's not about being perfect. It's not about being the best of the best. It's about being truthful and honest and kind and memorable. So yeah.
Love that. I will have to steal that. Okay.
Go ahead. Yes, spread the word.
And now we're gonna have both Netflix and Disney kind of challenges, like
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, wonderful. Related to Disney in the first instance, your favorite princess, do you have one?
Rapunzel, all the way.
And if you could play one Disney princess, would it be like Rapunzel or which?
I'm really scared of heights. So honestly, it probably wouldn't be Rapunzel. I just absolutely love her story. I would probably pick Cinderella. I mean, her life was kind of rough in the beginning, but then she meets Prince Charming and gets out of that crazy household. So I would probably pick Cinderella.
Okay, and do you have a favorite villain?
Maleficent all the way through and through.
And favorite Disney live action? Sorry, favorite Disney live action? Do you have one?
Ooh, Beauty and the Beast. I saw the live action of Beauty and the Beast and it's really pretty. Like, I love all the wardrobe that came to life and I feel like that just brought the whole set to life, but also the story. Yeah, just love it.
And related to Tangled, are you like already expecting for this live action?
Oh, I'm so excited. I think they picked a great cast and I'm very excited to see it come to life. I will be the first at the movie theater watching that.
And related to songs, to Disney songs, would you say Tangled is like the option? Or do you have other songs?
Yes. No, I would probably say Tangled. I think my favorite song on the soundtrack is When Will My Life Begin? Because I feel like I just love her energy throughout it. I love the mix of impatience and hope at the same time because I feel like that represents me as a person as well. It just feels so real and so natural.
Wonderful. I love that film as well, and the songs are just like back.
Yes.
And do you remember the first movie you watched
Oh,
of Disney?
you know, I remember the first TV series I watched, or the first one I fell in love with, which was Sophia the First. Don't come at me, okay? Sophia the First is amazing. Okay, I grew up on that show, and I always wondered like why I felt so connected to it, and it's because like I just loved the idea of a magical kingdom, prep school, princesses going, and I always felt like they always taught little life lessons in each episode as well. So getting to like, even when I was younger, I was addicted to learning life lessons, I guess. So.
And I forgot to ask related to playing a villain. Which one would you choose if you could?
Cruella de Vil, probably. Cruella's like iconic. And I saw Cruella like the live action, the movie of like her backstory, and I think it explains everything.
I can totally see you. Both Rapunzel and okay.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Okay, and related to Disney series, which one would you say is your favorite in case you watch like regularly?
I would say Hannah Montana, the series. Hannah Montana will forever hold a special place in my heart.
And if you could choose between becoming part of Disney Channel TV series or live action, which one would you choose?
Ooh. Disney Channel live action, I would say. I don't know. I love that good animated film, but I also love live action because I feel like there's just so much more possibilities with the acting range. So that'd be super cool. A live action.
Excellent choice. Wonderful. And now we're going to have this Netflix challenge. In the first place, your favorite Netflix series.
Oh, this is a difficult question. Okay, I would either say Outer Banks or Victorious right now, or Manifest. Manifest is really high on my board right now.
Wow. And related to Victorious, would you love to become part of like a series with that kind of genre? Would you love to?
Honestly, that would be super cool. I absolutely love Victoria Justice. I think she's an incredible actress. I would love to work with her someday. I think the series itself, like I grew up watching it. I think it's so good. It's so enticing. It makes you want to watch more and more every single episode. So I would love to be in that franchise as well, or that kind of genre of film.
And if you could play a character, for example, in Victorious, which one would you choose? Like Victorious herself?
Probably Victorious herself, Tori Vega. Yeah.
And related
Although
to singing,
Trina would be pretty fun too. I mean, I get she's a little annoying and people have beef with her, but I don't know. I feel like she's just effortlessly funny.
Okay, wonderful. And related to Stranger Things through Wednesday, have you watched the series?
I've watched Wednesday. I haven't watched Stranger Things, but all my friends are dying. Like, they want me to get into it, and then they're telling me all about the ending of it, and now it's so sad, and I'm like, okay, well, now I have to watch it. So now it's on my watch list.
Oh.
But I love Wednesday.
Like the whole seasons of Stranger Things, or you're just like missing the last one?
No, the whole seasons. I just gotta catch up. I haven't seen any of it, but I've heard so many good things about it, and I love Millie Bobby Brown so much. So I definitely will get into it.
And related to Wednesday, would you say Wednesday is your favorite character of that series?
Ooh, that's a good question. I really like Enid. Like, I love Wednesday, but I think Enid is just a lot more like my personality, and I always connect with people that have a KYLEE personality, so probably Enid.
And your general thoughts related to Evie Templeton as Agnes the Mill? I truly think it was like wonderful.
Oh yeah, me too. I think it was wonderful. Acting was great.
And if you have to compare the first season versus the second one, which one is like your favorite?
Ooh. I'm a stickler for the first. So I always love like the first seasons or the first movie of the franchise because I feel like it's creating the base and the foundation of what it and it's building up, and from there you just build and build. And as much as I love the second season and I'm excited to see the third season, I think the first season will always have a place in my heart.
Wonderful. And aside from Netflix and Disney, do you have other like TV series that are like your favorites right now?
Oh, I'm watching Heart of Dixie right now, which is a really old TV show. Like it came out in 2009, I think. But I love Heart of Dixie. I just love the storyline. I think it's great. I'm on season 4 right now, so I have one more season left to watch. And I watch that with my mom and dad every single night. So I think it's family time, and 2, it's a cute little TV series.
Excellent choice. It's wonderful. I will have to take a look on that as well.
Yes,
okay.
Definitely.
And now you stated you have siblings. I have one like, who is most likely to? We can play that, you and your siblings, or if you want, like the whole family, in case it applies, okay?
Okay.
The first one is, who is most likely to be late to an event?
My sister Ashley. She's late to everything, though. Like, she's just trust. She's late to everything.
Okay, and who is most likely to lose their phone?
Me. Okay, this happens daily though. Like I leave it in like the most random place. Like I will walk to the laundry room or I'll walk to my mom's bedroom and I'll forget that I left my phone and then I'll just go on with my day and then I'll be like, where did I put it? And then I start calling it, then I get freaked out and then it's like, wait, I knew where it was all along. Or actually one time, this happened actually the other day, unfortunately, I was walking around with my phone in my hand and I was like, where is my phone? And I was just so confused. And then I looked down and so you can see where that ended.
Okay, love it so much, your answers. Another one I have for you, who is most likely to get a tattoo?
Oh, my brother Cody. He's already talking about it. He wants a big cross on his arm. Definitely him.
And who is most likely to talk in their sleep?
Probably me. I think I do on sometimes, actually. It's actually pretty funny. But, I'm just really in the dream, So that's all I can say.
Okay, and who is most likely to live on a farm?
Oh, that's a really good question. Honestly, I could see any of my sisters or me do it. I think my oldest sister sends me reels constantly about wanting a mini cow, but she doesn't want to keep it outside. She wants to keep it in her bedroom. Mind you, this thing is like pretty big. Like it's an extra big 85-pound dog basically. And she just wants a cow or she wants chickens. And my mom also really likes chickens. So, I think any farm animal, wherever a farm animal is, you'll see any of my family members there.
And do you have cats, dogs?
I have 2 dogs, yes.
Oh, okay. And you're just like more into dogs or cats? Or it is like kind of the same?
I think I definitely like dogs more, but it's because I'm around them more. My sister who lives in another state, she actually has a cat, and her name is Howdy. And I love Howdy. Like, I love hanging out with her, but she's very shy when it's not to Ashley. Like, Ashley's my sister. And so she's shy to every other person. And my dogs are very outgoing. So on a good day, when my dogs are being good, I'm going to say dogs. But sometimes they're a little menace. But that's okay. I still love them.
Okay, it's nice to hear that. Okay. And I have a couple more. Who is most likely to be a better dancer?
Me. All the way me.
Like any kind of, or techno, or like...
I would probably say like a contemporary or jazz. If we're talking like ballroom dancing, probably not me, but I think that'd be super cool. I admire people who do ballroom dancing because I think it's beautiful. If we're talking about Dancing with the Stars, you can call me. Dancing with the Stars can call me because I'll be here. I would love that.
Okay. Another one. Who is most likely to be a better driver?
This is a big controversial topic in my family because we all think ourselves are the best driver. However, if I'm being honest, I gotta say me. Okay, my mom's probably the best driver. Unless she's really annoyed at somebody at the car in front of her, then it's probably me.
Okay. And who is most likely to be like grumpier in the morning?
My sister Ashley or my sister Alyssa. You know, any of my siblings, I'm the happiest in the morning. I don't even set an alarm clock. I mentally tell myself what time to wake up, and I just wake up in the morning. Don't know how, but it's just great. It's been lucky. But all my siblings are very difficult to wake up, especially on Christmas morning. It's like nobody wants to wake up, and I'm like, y'all, we have presents to open.
Oh, wow. Excellent. And the first one to say sorry of all of your siblings?
My brother is a big, he's very good about apologizing right away and just making things right away. So the rest of us sometimes hold a grudge.
And who is most likely to fall in love faster, finally, for this section?
I wish it was me. No, probably my sister Ashley. She's a big sweetheart. She wears her heart on her shoulder. Like, she's just, she loves love. Like, she loves being in love, and she loves the idea of love. And she always tells me, like, the beginning of every year, even if she has a boyfriend or if she doesn't have a boyfriend, she'll be like, Kylie, I'm getting married by the end of the year. And I'm like, girl, you got to meet your soulmate first. And she's like, it's okay. I'm also going to have 8 kids. And I'm like, where are you going to find a husband to do that? But, she loves love. And so do I, but she's definitely the one that would fall in love first.
So wonderful to hear that. Excellent.
I love my sibling.
It is totally insane because it is actually an interesting fact in your Internet Movie Database page. At the very bottom, it is like siblings. It is like, wow.
Yes.
And I have a deep quiz. It is like easy and quick.
Okay.
Okay, the first one is, what do you consider your strengths?
Ooh. My strengths are that, I feel like my biggest strength in life is that I'm very extroverted. Like, I have no problems talking up a conversation with anybody, anywhere, anytime. If I'm by myself, I feel like if I'm with a group of people, I'm more of I'll stand in the back, I'll observe. However, if I'm by myself, I'm definitely very extroverted, which I feel like is a great strength because I'm very courageous and brave. I feel like I'm also very interested in learning. I love learning, whether that's in school or skating or acting. I've always loved the idea of learning and just being able to hold more knowledge. I mean, you can never know too much information, right? So that's a big strength of mine, I would say.
And weaknesses? One weakness, for example, in case you have. I really think you don't, but...
No, I definitely think my weakness is patience. I feel like I fall short of patience quite often because I either get fed up with people or annoyed. But, at the end of the day, I'm just like, thank you, Lord, for this opportunity, but my goodness, give me patience.
And what makes you confident?
Honestly, my friends, they're always hyping me up. But also, I'm just very confident in who I am because I know where I come from. Like, God created me and for me and knit me in my mother's womb. And so I'm very confident because I know where I'm from. I know my identity and I know why I'm in this world, that I have a purpose. And so just understanding that and identifying that, I feel like makes me super confident.
And if you could define yourself in 3 words, which ones would you choose?
I would say, I would say bubbly. Wait, this is hard. Okay, bubbly. Honest. I'm very honest. And courageous, I would say.
Excellent choices. Wow, because it is true.
Thank you.
And which moment until now in your career felt like a pinch me moment?
I would say any time that I went to the premiere of a film that came out. So my film, A Christmas Story, when that came out, I had so many friends come to my premiere and they would send me pictures of them watching it at home on their TV. And I felt like that was a pinch me moment because I got to see myself on the big screen and also I got to see my friends and family that were so proud of me on the big screen. And I felt like that was such an accomplishment.
Okay, and what do you consider is like kind of the biggest misconception when it comes to acting, ice skating? What would you say?
I feel like when it comes to acting, I think the biggest misconception is that all you do is you like get the audition, you get a role, and then you just book it. I think like a lot of people don't understand that that's not how this the audition process goes, I would say, because you have to do your research, you have to search up the producers, directors, casting directors, writers, and then create a character breakdown and like who you are, why you do what you do, what makes you who you are, what do you believe like for your character, and then you highlight your lines and you memorize your lines and then you put it on tape and then you watch it back and see what you can change and improve on. Then you redo it and then you send it in. Like it's a long process. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. They'll tell me I want to get into acting and I'm like, that's amazing. How do you want to start? And then they're like, oh, I just want to get into a film right away. And that's just like, it's a long waiting process. It's not a right away or overnight thing.
Okay. And finally, within this section, what is one skill your career actually forced you to learn?
Stunts. I was a stunt double on Rebel Moon, and so that kind of introduced me to the whole world of stunts. And then I took a stunt class, and I wouldn't have taken stunts if I wasn't an actress because I would be like, why? But it's super cool. I mean, you get to learn how to get shot. That's like fake, obviously. You get to learn how to fall down, like, it's really cool. You get to learn how to be punched, stuff like that, or thrown around or whatever it is. And I definitely think that's a really cool and high-level skill that I got to learn.
And I have to say that Rebel Moon experience, it is like insane. I read that, your experience, in a couple of websites. I have to congratulate you for becoming part of that amazing project with Zack Schneider. It is like totally insane. Like I previously stated, your career is like with so many milestones, it's really hard to ask for a single one.
Yeah, thank you.
And for the closure to things, the first one, if you could give a piece of advice to upcoming artists, until now, based in your experience, which kind of advice would you love to give to them?
I would say never be afraid to share your truth. I feel like everybody is their own person. Everybody has their own personality and their own trauma and what they've gone through, and they have their own future. Like nobody's path is the same. Everybody's finish line is non-existent, and it's they're all different, so you can never compare yourself to somebody else's path. But I would just say no matter what, you got to find the truth in everything you do. Find be grounded in who you are and be grounded in what you believe. And as long as you are passionate about acting and you have that spark for acting, you can do it. As long as you believe in yourself and you can surround yourself with a community who believes in you as well.
And the same question, but to your even younger self, what would you like to say to even younger Kelly?
I would say don't be afraid to be vulnerable. I think vulnerability is a big thing in this industry, and it's acting in the process of acting is always asking for vulnerability. And I think when I was younger, I was just so nervous to show my emotions or express the realness of my emotions and the rawness of them on screen because I didn't know if people were going to make fun of me or if I was going to get judged. But then I started to not care. Like, I was like, I'm not doing this for anybody else but myself and for my family and for God. Like, I'm doing this for me and because I love it, and I'm not going to let anybody like stop that. And so I would just tell her that just don't let anybody else get inside your head either.
Love it so much. Wow, what a piece of advice, both of them. And for these upcoming projects, would you like to say to us something else apart from all of you just have stated until now for upcoming projects of yours?
I would say just keep an eye out for Catnip with Chevy Chase. I mean, that's coming out towards the end of this year. I am going to Georgia soon to film another film that I can't say much about, but it's super exciting, and that'll be out next year. And so I don't know. I'm looking forward to everything that the world has in store for me this year and every path that I'm going to go down. I'm really excited.
And how can we find you in socials? You only have like Instagram, TikTok, or do you have more like X, YouTube?
No, I have TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And TikTok, obviously, you guys, it's Kylie Grace, and Instagram is Kylie Grace Levien, and Facebook is KYLEE LEVIEN.
Wonderful. And how did you feel this episode? I have to personally thank you and your mom, Jenny. Thank you so much for giving us this amazing opportunity. How did you feel the episode, the dynamics?
Oh, I loved it. Thank you so much for having me on. I think we got a lot of coverage on a bunch of different topics, and I'm very happy with that. I think it wasn't just like stuck to just acting or just figure skating. It was a bit of everything, and I love that. I love getting to share my perspective and how I view everything. I think it's always a blessing and an opportunity. Okay, that's good. That's good with me.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.